Get thousands of hours of gameplay with it. It's been worth it, yeah. $80 for one jet. Yeah, it is pricey, but that's the thing. That's what you get when you have a study sim. They do put a lot of time in making these jets as realistic as possible. They do a lot of research, trying to make sure that the jets are as realistic. Of course, you know, you can't get absolutely everything because of the nature of things being classified and all that, but they do put a lot of research into trying to get the jets as accurate as possible. And so that's part of the reason why it costs so much. Each jet is pretty cool right there. Oop, awesome. Has their own very distinct flight model, all the different systems that it takes to make them realistic. It just takes time, and I think, you know, basically every jet is kind of its own game because of it, you know, and they're also always adding different features to the jets to make them more modernized. So it is tough, you're right, and I definitely agree, Archer. You can get thousands of hours out of all of it, you know, you never... I'll say it's rare for someone to completely master the jet, you know, and by that I mean complete air to ground with all the weapons, knowing how to utilize each and every single one of them in all the different modes and everything. There's just so much that you have with each module. And I mean, you gotta hand it to ED. They are making modest gains each and every single time. Each update, they are a lot better about being deliberate with their updates, where they're value added each time. And so, trying to increase some core mechanics with the game, giving us some improved functionality with the different aircraft. I mean, yeah, I'd say it is pricey, but it's worth the price. Alright, so it looks like they're making a run to the runway. They'll do all the rearming and everything once they get there. That's going to be 9G. There we go. A couple of the Vipers for 9G just heading toward the taxiway here. Nice formation. It's pretty cool right there. Get that shot. All right. Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. Yeah, good point, Revan. So there's always a lot of sales going on, except the F-35. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm with you on that one. Like it's like, I'm still not quite sure how the F-35 is going to fit in this dynamic, but yeah. And Revan, that's a really good point too. There's a lot of sales going on. That's one thing you also have to hand to ED. Like, they do pretty much quarterly, if not every other month, some type of sale. And so you really don't have to play full price if you got a little bit of patience there. I mean, I think they're pretty reasonable comparatively. You know, you look at the cost of most games today, they're about 60, 70 bucks. And let's look at, like, for example, and maybe this is a poor example, but the latest Call of Duty, for example. From a campaign standpoint, you get like 3 or 4 hours, maybe 8 if you go through on all the difficulties. But with DCS, all the modules, the different missions that you can make, there's such a variety of ways you can fly things. You know, SA-10 missions, Seed, convoy strike, strafing, air-to-air, you know, BFM, BVR. There's a lot of variety depending upon the aircraft that you have and ways that you can fly. So, yeah. Thousands of hours of replayability is 100% accurate. So it's pretty cool. Looking at some of the details that they got on this mission, I see they've got some bombers over there. Got some people out there. That's pretty cool. Just some things to add some immersion to each of the missions. So pretty solid on that. I would say, D-Braz, welcome. I think there's going to be a spring... I mean, you can normally count your hat on the spring sale. I know they just did the lunar sale not too long ago, but I think they'll probably push the spring sale to next month. I mean, we're halfway through March already, and spring starts the 20th, if I remember, 20th of March. With them just doing the lunar sale, I would say they'll probably push the spring sale to maybe early April, maybe late March. Yeah, seriously, like every month. Yeah, there we go. Yep. So it looks like everybody is making their way back to the taxiway, taking a look. GVAW is here. I think we're waiting on one person for... Yep, there they go. Last person for 9G is taxiing. So as soon as they get here, we'll go ahead, do the countdown. I think munitions-wise, everybody's good. Oh, there they go. They're loading up. So let's get the names here so we can see all we've got. So Handslaw for 9G. Iron. Weapons check 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 6 120s to 9 mics. So good on the loadout there. We've got Dev, that's taxiing. 120 Charlies, no air to grounds. Alright, over to GVAW. Got, I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. Sarah Brave, I'm gonna say, Sarah Brave. 6 120s. Maligator. 6 120s there. Back to Mia Pronin. 6 120s. Check the center lines, just make sure they are center lines and nothing else, which they are. 6 there. Taboykin, I believe that is. Tabokin. Yeah, Tabokin we're going to go with. AWACS looking safe. Make sure they don't have any missiles on them. Oh, that's true. Yeah, compared to War Thunder, that's a really good point there. Yeah, because War... I was contemplating getting back into War Thunder, but it's like, man, yeah, premium... Yeah, it's tough. That is pricey. Alright, so I think we are just about good to go. All members of 9G are on the runway. Drop in the chat here. All right. So, doing a countdown here. And go. Here we go. We'll take off with 9G for this first round here. Looks like we've got Hornets on the front. Let them go. And we will take off with Handslaw here. We'll do a running takeoff with them. I don't think he actually applied his livery on this, because I know he had it on before. But I am not seeing it right now. What's going on, Saw? Fellow BFGer there. Got the next to the first Vipers for 9G getting airborne. So we'll take off with, I think this was Dev in the back here. So we'll take off with them for 9G. It did not apply the livery, so hopefully this could be spicy if it comes down to a merge and they have to do a visual. Likely not, because I mean they do have the AWACS and everything else, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But we'll see if it ends up becoming a factor. It shouldn't be. Looks like they're waiting, give themselves a little bit of spacing in between the main front groups. Ooh. Take a quick look in the formation once they get airborne. See the first couple jets over there already hitting the cons. Cons are pretty low. You can see it's in the winter time here, so jets are going to perform a bit better than normal just because you got that cold, dense air. And here we go, do a running takeoff with Dev for 9G. And there we go. All right. Let's take a quick look at the F-10. Let's do a hybrid view here. So we can see it a little bit better. For the lettuce. Actually, oh, because, that's right. I was going to say it's not as good, actually, because of it being in the wintertime, so it's a little bit more difficult to see. We might just stick with the regular one. Turn off the reshade here while we're here to help us out a bit. All right, so we've got GVAW here at the south. Looks like they're doing like 2 groups to the left, 2 groups to the right, and 1 straight down the middle. Excuse me. For the bubble, we've got about a 90, 80 nautical mile bubble, roughly. So 87 to be precise. So we've got a little bit of time, expecting to be pretty much full burner each time. We do have AWACS here for both sides. Hand slot bringing up the middle for 9G. Mia Pronin, Yarkaz. Checking the ingress for both teams. See how this is a factor. Oh yeah, you know it, man. We bringing it. You know we bringing it, Saw. And no face cam. Yeah, man. I don't want to take away from the action. You know, you want to see this ugly mug in the stream here while we're watching some excellent 5v5 action. You know, want to detract from that. I mean, look at this. That's all the face cam you need right there. That's Hornet. Okay, all right. Maybe not Hornet. Viper. There we go. Viper, a lot better. Yes, there's a bit of a bias there. Just a teensy bit of a bias. Yes. The Hornet's not a bad jet. It's really not, but definitely prefer Viper overall. So, yeah. But still, either way, jet's a jet. Rather see that than this face. Let's take a quick look here. See if we got any formation flights. Try to catch the jets as they ingress. Get some screenshots for them. There they go. They might be tightening it up here for formation. Sarah Brave forming up on their teammate. See if we can get some screenshots of them as they ingress. All right, 9G just hit the bubble along with Boken and, man, can't even see the name there. That's tough. Maligator. So we've got all of 9, looks like all of GVAW just hit the bubble, where we still have only 2 of 9G in there, followed by Dev just now hitting the bubble. Mia Pronin not too far behind. Handslaw a couple miles behind them. Looks like they're about 11 miles. Handslaw is from Dev. Looks like GVAW is interestingly enough leaving the one right there in the back. Dusty, what's going on? 2 elements, 2 flights back there behind the main group. Interesting formation here. We'll see how that pans out. Get some shots there. We're going to go ahead and jump back here. Looks like the guys are getting pretty close to each other. Let's take a look. How far? 45 miles. Expecting to see the first shots here. Let's make sure we got those up so we can see when those 120s come out. Expecting a shot from Boykin here. And yep, there you go. Getting the pitch up. And first missiles are off the rail. Game time, baby. Here we go. First missiles off the rail and airborne. Both teams are pretty experienced. Not expecting either side to get caught by this. Boken 42,000. That missile's off the rail there on the way back down. Iron also got their missile off. Traveling to some solid kinematics on each of that. Up to 65,000 feet for this missile as it makes its way back down. And both members are already defending. Let's go ahead and turn off this reshader so we can see a little bit better. And both should not be a factor. Actually, interesting. That missile's tracking toward Cookie. There we go. He is defending now. I was about to say, I wasn't sure if he was actually defending that one, but he's not defending that hard, actually. We might be looking at an initial kill here from Iron. Cookie's still not defending. That missile's rolling in. Let's take a look at it. No, I think he's a little bit too late on this. Missile's got some heat. It's got the real heat. And boom! Oh, snap! Got the first kill on the first volley. Cookie goes down on the initial volley from Iron. Ouch. Always tough to have a pilot go down in that first volley. And just like that, it is 4v5 in favor of 9G. We've got another missile out, and I don't know if they actually defend this one either. This one's got some pretty good heat coming down onto Bravo Storm. He might be able to get away from that one. It's going to be really close, though. Got to pull some shapes, man. Do some maneuvering. Whoa! What? 120's doing 120's things just right over the canopy of Bravo Strom. That could have been a kill there, pretty confident. It had the energy for it and just didn't. So yeah, again, we are playing on the previous version, so not certain what happened there exactly. This missile looked like it's on a pretty good track, but I think they are defending that one. It's going to be Yarkaz. I think that one's going. Actually, this is on Mia Pronin. That missile is pretty well defeated on the climb back up already. And I think Yarkaz is going to defeat this missile fairly easy as well. Let's take a look at the other action here that's going on. Tabokin taking a shot. Another shot also out. One's going to be onto Dev. Not sure where that second missile is going to. It's going to be going to Hanslaw. That's a pretty far shot. Don't think that one's going to be much of a factor with it being a low to high. So it's about 25 nautical miles shot. Hanslaw still pretty high, but that missile is far away. It's got a lot of traveling to do in order to get there. Bravo Strom continue to press onto Mia Pronin and Yarkaz. Both mid-altitude. Another missile out from Bravo Strom. Another missile from Iron onto Bravo Strom. Bravo Strom already out on the defense. Looks like Hanslaw did not elect to shoot on Tabokin. Tabokin going cold. Maligator out kind of by himself there with somewhat supporting Maligator, or Maligator supporting Tabokin rather. Sarah Brave in hot. Looking at Dev, neither of these missiles are going to be a factor. That one's pretty much dead already, 1,000 knots. We've got Yarkaz pressing in onto Sarah Brave in a pretty good position here. Actually running both of them down. Bravo Strom out cold as well. That's never a good thing. Let's take a quick look at what we have situation-wise. We've got Dev pressing in onto Maligator. Missile out from Maligator. A bit of a far shot on that one. Can understand just kind of wanting to push him out. We're at about 19 miles. Not a terrible shot, but definitely need to look at getting just a bit closer. Oh no! Do we have a potential blue on blue? Missile out from Tabokin pointing toward Maligator. And I think that is tracking toward Maligator. Actually, I don't think it's tracking at all. Never mind. That missile is, yeah, I don't know. It's just living its best life. You go ahead. You do your thing, missile. It's a strong, independent missile. It does what it wanted to do. Might have been a misfire there, unfortunately, from Tabokin. Or maybe it's going toward Yarkaz? Question mark? Let's see if it's actually tracking. Is it actually maneuvering? It is actually maneuvering. Oh, okay, never mind. Kind of just a posturing shot to keep Yarkaz, stop them from pressing in so much there, so understand that. Yarkaz now defending that. Missiles, again, that's cold airs. Getting these missiles some pretty good kinematics. It gets close, but he will be able to defend that one, so that'll be non-factor there. Another trade here, I think that was from Bravo Strom onto, looks like that may be Hanslaw. Iron taking a shot as well, going cold. Still have all 5 of 9G members versus 4 GVAW members. Bit of an exchange here. This missile is going to be no factor on Sarah Brave. Maligator back in hot. We've got Mia Pronin and Yarkaz potentially pressing in on the group, trying to maybe do a pincer here to stop them from escaping there. Hanslaw going cold. And we've got Dev in hot as well. So we've got 3 9G members pressing in onto... We've got 2 pretty much on hot here. Missile out from Bravo Strom. Looks like that might be onto Mia Pronin. This will be a pretty good shot here, actually. So that's 1,600 knots. That one's going to be bled out, so it'll be non-factor, but this one's got a bit of a chance here. We're going to take a look at this as it rolls in. Got to do a little bit more maneuvering, but it should be, yeah, he's already climbing out, so non-factor there. But this one's pretty close. Dev looks like it's going to be onto Bravo Strom. Let's take a look at this one. See if Bravo Strom's going to be able to get away from this. Again, this cold air is going to allow these missiles to travel a little bit further. It is rolling in. It's got some juice to it. It's got a chance. It's got a real chance. So close. So close. Can't quite get there, though, but whoo. Almost, man. These teams are doing some really good posturing. It's time to, let's do a quick missile check. Looks like we got a somewhat of a break in the action right now. So we got 2 there, 4, 2 as well. Toboken's going to be Winchester. Wow. Yark has all the missiles. Handslaw, 4 missiles. So missile economy is definitely going to be in favor of 9G right now, with the majority of them having 3 to 4 missiles plus. Missile out from Bravo Strom. Looks like this is going to be onto Yarkaz. This has got some pretty solid heat too, but Yarkaz is defending. Think it's going to be non-factor. Missile out from Mia Pronin onto, can't tell if that's going to be, it is going to be on Bravo Strom. It's a pretty close exchange. It was about 8 miles. Both of which looks like they will be defeated, but they're pretty close. They're getting close-ish there. Yep, no factor there. And we just lost 2? Holy smokes, how did we miss that? Oh, we C-fit. Oh, we missed a C-fit from Maligator. And we're missing one more, though. Who else did we miss? And Dev, Sarah Brave. Took out Dev. Man, completely missed all of that. Shoot. So Dev from 9G was taken out by Sarah Brave. And they traded, actually. So that's how we're down to 2v2. Man, completely missed that. Sorry about that, guys. Man. So it's now 2v4 in favor of 9G. Desperate fight here. Never call it till it's over. But it is not looking good for GVAW. Bravostrom, Winchester. Toboken, also Winchester. Yarkaz still has all the missiles, at least 4 missiles. Drops a close Fox 3 onto Bravostrom. Let's see if they're able to notch this one. Appreciate that, Revan. Yeah, I'd like it's one of my tracks I actually have while I'm running. Trying to defend that one. I don't think Bravostrom gets away. No! 2 missiles, actually. Ouch! Missile rolling, and Toboken just gets hit by Handslaw, and that is it. Wow, that was a tough match. And that is it. 9G takes the first round, having 4 aircraft survive. Handslaw taking out Toboken due to north there. Saw that just at the last second. I believe that was Yarkaz that had the kill onto Bravostrom. Yep. So good job on 9G maintaining a missile economy. Ended up being a big factor here towards the end. 3 missiles for Mia Pronin. AWACS deadly as ever. Of course, it was me. I would definitely shoot them down. No, not intentionally. It's a terrible tact joke on me on my end. Got Yarkaz with 6 missiles left. Whew. Handslaw, 2 missiles left. 3 missiles left, actually. And then Iron with 3 missiles left as well. So very good missile discipline on 9G's behalf. Let me do a quick check. I do believe they have to RTB to their side, if I remember. Let me take a quick look here. All right. So stand by as we take a quick look just to verify. At either base, at their own base or the enemy base. So they can land either one. It's up to them. So it looks like Mia Pronin, they're shooting out their excess munitions there. They're heading back to their own base. Handslaw, Yarkaz, yeah, they're all heading back to their own base there. So they just have to have one person. I appreciate it. Yeah, you know, try to change it up every now and then. But just need to have one person land at this point, and that will secure the victory round for 9G. Some screenshots of them on the RTB here. Teddy Wildcat 9G the best. Yeah, they definitely did real solid on this one, no doubt. See how far they've got. Taking that off there. So Mia Pronin is about 51 nautical miles from base. Won't be a problem for him. Mia Pronin and the Viper there didn't get into a merge. They were pretty high up a good majority of the time, so yeah, they can land at either base. Yep, yeah. Oh, I see what, yep, keep forgetting there's a delay on the stream. Don't mind me. Derp. See if they do any kind of form. It looks like we might have a form up here. Handslaw and iron. Oh, way above. Never mind. Maybe not. Yeah, way up there. It's going to be extra efficient, by the way. And I will say that's one thing I like to try to dispel. Folks say that the Viper burns through gas like nobody's business. You get up to altitude, it's actually pretty fuel efficient. I'll say remarkably fuel efficient. You get it above, you get it to 45, it'll get you 300-400 nautical miles. I'll say easily-ish. It'll take a while, but it'll definitely cruise if you're, depending upon how much fuel you got left. Go to Growling Sidewinder, get up to altitude on the way out trying to run away. You'll learn real quick how to manage your fuel. You're prone to making your way back in. Yeah, it looks like Mia Prona is going to be the lead. So we'll fly with them as they make their descent. And just an administrative point, if you guys have seen it, I don't know if it's super visible or not. Hopefully it should not be. And we'll disregard. Whoop. There we go. I think this is Dev, if I remember. Flying above their team member there, trying to catch both of them. Let's see, who are these two? It was Iron. Okay. That's somebody in front of him. Ah, well. He's trying to capture both of them. But let's roll with Mia Pearl as he makes his way back in. Base shouldn't be too far off in front of him, somewhere out there. I think maybe right there. Nope. There it is, right over yonder. Some of these things here, like so. And then we'll go... Oh. And making the way back to Minvoti. Jet over here to the airfield so we can catch them as they rolled back here. Whoop. about yonder. Should be somewhere over here. So I'm gonna see if we can pan to him as the way makes your way in. See if he does an overhead break or not. You should be somewhere around here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, got him. And there's my opponent making his way in. Looks like you will not do an overhead break, which is a-okay. Go ahead and secure the win for the team. All right, looks like we've got interesting. So the countdown to round 2 has started, but they haven't landed yet. So we're gonna have to mention that, cause yeah, they definitely have to touch down first before they start. Please be ready before time runs out. Interesting. There's Mia Pronin. There's a nice touchdown there, and that'll secure the win for 9G for the first round. Best 2 of 3 will win the round, win the day. As long as it comes to a complete stop, which won't be a problem. Nice touchdown there. That'll secure it for 9G. See who else we've got in. We've got Hanslaw not too far behind. Don't think it's actually gonna make the approach on this one, because... Oh yeah, yes, definitely will. Alright, quick check. Mia Pronin is on the ground, good to go. I think that is good enough to go ahead and secure the win. So we will update it accordingly. Alright, so 9G winning the first round. We'll go ahead and update the score. Got Mia Pronin touchdown with no problem. Now just have to verify the timing has started. Alright, gonna ask him a couple questions here. Because essentially, the other team won't have any time to spawn in and get squared away if you can actually See how far away? Looks like everybody is down, actually. No, they're coming in from the other side. Let's try to capture them. So, let's see. Okay, cool. Alright, so server will restart. So making sure that was the case. Did not know. And boop. Oh, okay. Yep, I see. Gotcha. And Yarkaz touching down there. I believe this is Dev. Actually, no. The other Hornet. Little floaty. It's the interesting thing about the Hornet, all the lift, especially with the maximum flaps. He's got lift for days. Alright, and all of 9G has touched down. Alright, and we will wait for the server to restart for round 2. Alright, just jotting down a note there. So we got 4 survived, 4 9G for the first round there. Alright, server's gonna restart. I'm gonna blank the screen here again real quick. So stand by. Jump back in the server here momentarily. All right. Need to go ahead and stretch your legs as we get ready to get back into round 2 here. 9G taking the first round, Aces 26, man. 26-1, first match of the season here. 5v5, air to air, going all out. 9G taking the first round with 4 aircraft surviving. And as we get ready to start round 2 here, if 9G wins this one, they win the match for today. But if GVAW can battle back, and we have seen it, we'll go to round 3. Ever so elusive round 3, but always spicy round 3s, no matter what. Stakes are amplified at that point because each team giving it everything they got, twice times over. It always seems like the pressure is just a little bit higher on the third rounds, just because, you know, it can. The first one, let's say if you lost the first one, And you battle back to second when you're kind of riding that high, like, oh snap, let's go. And then you got to focus in, lock in really on that last one. You know, everybody's kind of locking in. Because if you win the first one, you lose the second one, you're like, man, we had him on the first one. We got to figure it out. Let's get it. You know? Either way, super intense every single time, no matter what. I just feel like, for whatever reason, those third rounds, man, just a bit more adrenaline there. By the time you get done, hands all shaky, like, whoo, take a deep breath, we good. Woosah. Like, oh man, it's just a game. The game. Boom. Every time. I don't think there's ever been no, I know for a fact there hasn't been a match. Heck, even BFM matches, always handshaking at the end of each match, man. It's that intense, you know? DCS Comp is a very competitive environment. Make no mistake about it. It's fun. Great sportsmanship, great teams, all the things. Don't get me wrong, but it is very competitive. It's good times. So, that being said, GVAW here, looking to see if we can push it to the third round. They've got all their personnel slotted in here. Get some shots of their jets here as they're all lined up. Again, some really awesome liveries here. Alligator, Bravestrom. I'm going to butcher that name. Mirzan, I believe that is. DCS Indonesia, not sure who that... I'll have to take a look and see who that is. But kind of like their inversed... kind of low visibility version of the GVAW livery, I guess it is. Really cool, though. So you got the yellow on the tanks versus the red on the tanks. Yep. And we'll take a look here at 9Gs as well. They line up. There we go. Apologize for all the movement. Just getting some angles and things here. As it looks like the first members of GVAW are taxiing out. Head over to 9G. Start doing our munitions checks here. We've got Dev, Yarkaz, looks like all loaded up. Making sure we check. Seeing 8 missiles total, 6 120s, 2 9 mics. Those are definitely mics. No mistake about them. Tabokin still loading up. So throwing on the tanks there. Come back to them once you cycle AWACS again. Looks like they've got their 4 engines and 2 120s in the center bay there. Yep, you guys can see that. That's actually a center. I'm joking, it's not. But how sick would that be, though? You know, self-defense AWACS? Like, haha, you're not gonna shoot me down today, sucker. Fox 3, get you some. I'm a strong, independent AWACS. I don't need your help. I could defend myself. I got all the Fox 3s. I'm just saying. Lockheed, you can take that idea. That'll be $77 billion. I will sell you the rights for that one. I think that's a fair deal. Just waiting for Henslaw to go ahead and load up. Take a look. We've got Valik. Other Hornet. Seeing 8 missiles total. Looks like 6 120s and 2 9 mics. And an adjustment there. So all good. We've got T-Revo. 6 120s. All good there. Bravostrom. 6 120s. They look like they are all Charlie, seeing a smaller clip fins. Mirzan, all good. Oh, bringing 1 9 mic there. Okay. Dev 6120s. Yarkaz, we checked earlier, so all good there. Toboken, I think we were waiting for earlier, and they're good to go. Yep, they're the last one texting for GVAW. Red 130, man. E3. Blue E3. Yes, they are. If there's an AWACS in the air and I'm there, it's not airborne for much longer. Your friendly AWACS killer. See, that's the reason why we got to arm them, man. We got to get some 120s that can defend themselves. AWACS is taking a high PK shot on me, like, oh, not today, sucker. Waiting for Handslaw for 9G to load up. Looks like everybody else is good to go. GVAW is still taxiing. Got 3, 4. Be the first jet there, and I think Toboken was in the back here if I remember. Yep, there they go. That's pretty cool there. Again, just those little details. Gotta respect it. And an interesting lineup here for GVAW, that is. Okay, let him by. Probably flow in right behind him there. So yeah, in regards to that actually did happen. I think it was our first, I want to say it was our first TAC match. I ended up getting freaked out. Oh, snaps. Ah, a VTOL Viper, ladies and gentlemen. S16 VT. Yeah, I think it was our first TAC match. I was kind of hanging back a little bit and got surprised by a missile. I just, chilling like flying in. I mean, I'm ready, but I'm not focusing as I should have been. I get a late missile and completely spaz the freak. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get caught by this missile. All right, ready. Anyway, wait for a sec. Let's do this countdown. 5, 4. And go. This time we will take off with 9G. We took off with GVAW last go around, I think. I'm drawing a blank. No, we took off with if I remember, we took off with Dev last time. So let's go back yonder. We'll do a running takeoff as well. But yeah, so I freak out, and I just get completely turned around for whatever reason. I see a guy, yeah, he's 30,000. I got him, Fox 3. And then at the time we had man, what's that thing called? TAT, not ATAC. But basically, we had Checklist as our radar guy, and he's like, yeah, I just lost picture. I was like, yeah, I got him, splash him. Like, yeah, that was our radar. That was our AWACS. Son of a funky mother. Yeah. So, yeah. Things that happen in a match. All right. Both teams are airborne. Let's take a look and see what we have as far as formation goes. All good, Cookie. It happens to everybody, man. And welcome. Welcome to the stream. Seriously, I think back when it was Say Tall, I mean, I couldn't tell you how many times I died on the first volley, man. It just happens. Seriously. Yeah, cert is 100% correct. You really just catches you off guard. You don't expect it. The next thing you know, well, wait a minute. You're 45, 42,000 feet, and yeah, especially in the cold air here, those missiles retain a lot more speed than they would in hot environments. So yeah, it just cruises at Mach 2 plus. And yeah, boom. Yeah, you certainly will not forget it. Guarantee that. It sticks with you, and that's okay. Yep, exactly. Teachable moment, you know, things that you just don't forget moving forward. So, shake it off. In the famous words of one Taylor Swift, shake it off, something like that. All right, let's take a look formation wise. Let's drop that off. Boom. All right, so looks like we've got 2 elements from 9G, one in the back there with Handslaw. And then we've got somewhat of a similar formation from GVAW. Except Maligator is going to be biasing behind one of the element leads. Working with Venom. Baby checklist. Oh, snap. And that Rio Wizzo life. That is all right. It's extremely important. If you guys don't fly the Tomcat, if you don't fly the Tomcat, highly recommend snagging it. But if you decide to, be sure you give a checklist fellow BFG a follow. Legendary Rio, the Rio of Rios. Revan here, also a fellow BFG along with Saw. Stream so bright. All right, there we go. I will turn that off. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Yep, appreciate that feedback, Eagle. Yeah, I'll turn that off there. Hopefully that's a little bit better. And I'll drop my, let me drop my gamma a little bit too. Bonk. There we go. Hopefully that helps a bit. Let me know if that's a little bit better. But we got these guys out there ingressing. Looks like GVAW has entered a bubble for aircraft there. We've got 2 for 9G Valik and Yarkaz. Type formation for these 2 elements. See them over there in the distance. Eagle Eye, appreciate the follow. And how's it going today? Hopefully that's a little bit better. Drop the gamma and turn that off there, so hopefully it should be a bit better. Tech 9G as they're ingressing there. Bit of a separation between their 2 flights. Got Yarkaz with about 7 miles separation between them and Mia Prondin. Same thing for Valik and Dev. Distance between both flights are going to be about 50 miles, so missiles are going to start coming off here soon. And another thing I want to mention about the Hornet, has some really interesting kinematics at altitude. While it's not as fast as the Viper, for some reason, it seems missiles just seem to like the Hornet better and say, oh, you want to go really fast, really far? Yeah, we can do that. I don't know. Maybe it's just a me thing that I've noticed, or that I believe. But it seems like, for whatever reason, Hornets and missile velocity / kinematics seem to be better. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just on the... I had that good JP8. I've been smoking a little bit, or sniffing a little bit too much of it. Who knows? It seems like the missiles retain speed better from Hornets than it does Vipers. That's all I'm saying. That's my DCS conspiracy theory for the day. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Alright. First guys are defending. Let's take a look here. Throw on the missile notifications. I see a couple of them are out. We've got a missile heading toward, looks like it might be Bravo Strum. Should be able to get away from this. If they start defending, which they aren't, that could be a problem very quickly. That missile's very close. They are dropping altitude, but they need to maneuver a little bit more. Bravo Strum, move! Zigzag, weave, do something. There they go. They're going cold, but that missile's still hanging with them. It might drift. It might do what? DCS things. Wow, that missile could have hit Bravo Strum, saved by the DCS gods on that one. Woo! Oh, man. It's like, it was close enough. Good defense. It gave like a high five. It was like, hey, you tried. It's fine. Had some really good potential for that one, but yeah. See, yeah, exactly, Venom. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't know what it is. But anyway, first volley successfully defended by both teams there. I don't think there were some excess shots, so there should be a good amount of missile economy for both. Yep, looking at 5 there. 70 nautical miles. Sheesh. See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't think I've ever heard that from a Viper, but I mean, I know Hornets. Yeah, it seems... I mean, there you go. They basically turn 120s into Phoenixes. It's crazy. Make it make sense, Way. Make it make sense. It's not as fast, but yet, I don't know. Anyway, missile out from Dev. Looks like he's going to be on to Murazan. Missile out from Murazan as well. Also from Bravostrom, might be on a Mia Pronin there. Both teams kind of posturing themselves, maintaining a pretty good line of defense. Scrimmage here. Line of scrimmage, rather. Bravostrom might be pressing toward Mia Pronin. Missile out from Bravostrom as well as looks like maybe even Revo. Or Revo, perhaps. And that missile that's going to be on Murazan is going to be defeated. No factor there. Same for the one that's on Dev. Fly the yak. And so far, just a lot of posturing. This one's down to 1100 knots. Won't be a factor ultimately. Yeah, that one's pretty well defeated. Yarkaz out on the defense there, grabbing some altitude. This is going to be Valik on the defense. Christian Eagle, let's go. That's right. Yeah, but seriously though, we throw some 9Xs on a Christian Eagle. That thing's got a really low IR signature. I mean, and if it's, I don't know what its construction is, it might have a very low RCS too, for that matter. But missile out onto Maligator won't be a factor. We're still 5v5. Each team just kind of taking some posturing shots. Now they're getting a little bit of separation. They were kind of close-ish for a while. I will say it seems like GVAW is a little bit more aggressive, kind of pushing 9G back a little bit. I mean, if we're doing a line of scrimmage, it's actually past Bullseye here. Nearest to is going to be Valik and Bravostrom, about 11 miles. It's a pretty good exchange here. About 10 miles now. Valik, good shot onto Bravostrom. Let's see if this missile is going to connect. That one's going to be non-factor there. It was close, but not quite. Bravostrom's going to need to defend that one a little bit more. He is going a bit colder now. It's a low to high shot, so it's going to have a bit of an uphill fight, literally. And it should be no factor, actually. Yeah, it's going to defeat that missile with no problem. But Valik recommitting rapidly, realizing that there was no missile out from Bravostrom. Murazan's going to be there to support Bravostrom. Got Dev and Hanslot out to the north here. I will say the team's getting kind of bunched up, which is somewhat concerning. We want to try to keep spaced out. You want to have one missile for one or two of them at the same time. And also you just have better radar coverage too, as we got Mia Pronin making his way around. This could be a problem here. Potential flanking opportunity. Mia Pronin, but looks like Maligator might have caught him there. None of these missiles are particularly close. Missile out from Bravostrom onto Dev. He's going to have to defend that one very rapidly. Holy smokes, we had something happen with a hype train here. Appreciate it, guys. We got a lot going on. Trying to keep an eye on this. This missile's tracking. It's going to be a problem. They are pulling some shapes. I don't think they get away from this. We're going to look at our potential first kill here. Oh, he's pulling the shapes. Bleeded it. Whoa! That was close. Said, not today, Satan. Dodging 120s like, not today. Very close exchange there. Great evasion. I think that was Dev from 9G evading that very close shot. It was within 6 nautical miles. Trying to see who actually did that one. Man, whoever dropped those subs, you have my sincerest appreciation. Thanks a bunch. We're trying to keep an eye on here. So, man, those teams got within about 6 miles of each other, and then they split. So you can see, again, each team playing it pretty conservative. You're getting a really good spread between 9G members and Dev at about 13 nautical miles. But GVAW keeping it fairly close. All 5 members up on both sides, so still 5v5. GVAW is being a bit more aggressive. They have fired a lot of missiles, but it seems like they still got a good amount. So this is a very good conservative fight. I mean, this is kind of how you want it to fight right now. This is how you want to see it. You've got about 10 nautical miles shot here between Mia Pronin and Bravostrom, both defending. It's going to be somewhat close, but I think they'll be able to get... Oh, yeah, he's going to terrain now. No factor there. Missile on Mia Pronin. Seems like it's got a little bit of energy on this one. Hold up. Wait a minute. This thing is actually tracking really good. 1,000 knots still traveling. Oh, and it caught him. Mia Pronin is down. Wow. Did not see that one coming. 120 tracked well on that one. And it looks like GVAW getting the first kill. And just like that, it is 5v4 in favor of GVAW. Handslaw way to the deuces south here, about 20 nautical miles separation. Got to somewhat close in there. We've got Bravostrom and Dev. Let's see if, yes, Bravostrom does see actually this Handslaw, so they do not see Dev. That is, they're fairly close. Valik might be pressing toward him 6 nautical miles. But Valik is also looking at Mirazon. Missile out from Revo onto, looks like it's going to be Dev. Missile from Valik onto Mirazon. And you've got to notch this one. That missile's coming with all the heat. You got to notch that. Let's see if he is it hitting the notch or is it going to go into the terrain. It's still tracking. We can see it's maneuvering just a little bit. And no, it goes right above and another kill. Actually, it's going to be the first kill from 9G. And forgot just who that was that quick. I apologize. But a kill in favor of 9G. So it's going to be a 4v4 now. Man, just like, so 120, you can never tell. I mean, these are some really good shots. And sometimes it's just like, eh. Other times it's like, not today. I'm going to get you. I'm going to hunt you down. Valik shooting onto Revo. Let's see if Revo gets away from this one. Able to terrain it. No, I think it's actually at a 6. No. Revo is down. Another kill. Valik, another shot onto Bravostrom, takes a pop shot onto him, but I think he's defending this one a bit late. Oh, and C-fits anyway. But missile out from Bravostrom, and it does not track Valik. And a quick flip just like that. Wow. It is now 4v2 in favor of 9G. Man, how the tables have turned just that quick. Any given Sunday, Saturday in this case, can never count out a team, ever. Missile out from Tabokin onto Yarkaz. And it looks like this one's going to be terrained. Let's see if Tabokin still has a track onto Yarkaz. Maligator is not in a good spot here. Defensive against 2 9G members. Might be trying to notch. Might have a shot at Dev here, but Valik is going to be pressing potentially Tabokin now. Actually might have both of them. Not sure if Maligator sees them coming over the ridge. Oh snap, flares out. Here we go. Potential merge action. Fox 3 close. And it's going after somebody. Let's take a quick look to see who that's going for. Yarkaz not able to escape that one. Maligator in really good position. We got a merge here. Let's go. Fight's on. Dev jumping into the fight, but is kind of in a bad position right now. Maligator guns out, funds out, and just misses. They're going in for a remerge potential. Let's see if Valik's going to be able to get out of this. Yep, should be non-factor there. You're dead if I'm in BFM. Oh, let's see how true that is. That's a bold words, Cosm. Let's see if it works out for him. Guns out again. Looks like it just misses him. Oh! Support coming in from Handslaw. Taking... Oh, man, that was tough. Wow. Unfortunately, we did see the other GVAW member did go down there. Holy freaking smokes. Wow. It don't get much better than that, folks. That was freaking insane. Oh, you read it. I'm in BFM. I thought it said you're dead if I'm in BFM. If you read it, I'm in BFM. That is awesome. And boy, Worry was absolutely in BFM. Whoo! Wow. That was an absolutely insane, very well done. Handslaw coming in, picking up the win there, knocking out the last of the GVAW fighters, as they got into a merge and just, wow. Dang. Excellent job to 9G. Heck of a fight by GVAW. Unfortunately, taking the loss on this first one, but man, that was some seriously excellent, great fighting by them. I mean, it really could have gone any way. It quickly flipped. Like, just, wow. A lot better missile economy. I mean, they came out and improved exponentially in that second round. 9G just able to execute just a bit better. But, man. Whew, let's take a breather on that one. Like, oh, chickadee. But it ain't quite over yet. 9G still has to bring it back to their base there. They've got either location they can land at. That's going to be Dev getting rid of their excess munitions, rather. Man, excellent fights of both teams. 9G able to execute just a little bit better on this one. This out to RTB. And looks like they're going to be heading back to Kobaletti. If I remember, that's a shorter base too. That's always a fun landing. Or is it Sukumi? One of those. Okadata. Should have enough fuel to make it back. Looks like it's about 60-ish nautical miles. That's going to be for Dev. And they're pretty close together. So it'll be non-factor ultimately. Valik definitely has the fuel there. Hanslaw was kind of far back, and I think they were at high altitude. So again, fuel should not be too much of a factor there. We'll work to the next go around. We will try to have TAC views up, so that way we can actually rewind some of the fights and see all that. Got to figure that out on my end. Skill issue on my end, guys, so I apologize for that. But next go around, we will have TAC views. We'll get it sorted. Have that go in real time so we can take a look and kind of do a post-cap reflight. Reflight? Man, I say that all backwards. Post-fight recap. There we go. Words. Yeah, absolutely intense fights. Very well done. Yeah, that's still too bright there. I'll work on that preset there. AWACS be AWACSing. This be Hanslaw in burner there all the way back. Like I said, he was high altitude, so it has plenty enough fuel to get back. See if anybody's forming up at all. See if they're close. Not particularly, but that's okay. That is all good. And Dev off the burner. RPMs are looking good. Might be a little bit low on fuel, but RPMs are still at 99%, so not a problem overall. Some slow pan action here as they make their way on back. We also pan for AWACS. Womp womp. Hanslaw up in the stratosphere. About to hit 60,000 feet. Again, get the Viper up high. It does get quite fuel efficient, so no, makes sense they can hang and burn all the way back. Valik. 1-9 Mike left. See, he's got a 20 there as well. Yeah, and that also tells the tale of just how difficult this fight was. You know, there's a lot more missiles left on the first match. On this last match here, you can tell they're going at it. I mean, there was a lot of really close, spicy shots. Because some good adjustments on both sides there. So there's 2 missiles left for Hanslaw. 1-9 Mike for Valik. I think Dev actually shot off 2 missiles, so it may have been 2 missiles for Dev as well. But still, a lot different from the first match when they had 4 and 5 missiles respectively. So absolutely excellent fights by both teams. All right, let's take a quick look. Oh, so we might have somebody forming up here. Yep, sure do. Oh, never mind. He said, bye now. So I gotta go potty, man. I'll catch you later. Gotta go potty. Or delete my browser history. Either one. Alright, let's see how far we are. We've got about 17 nautical miles, so Go ahead and jump to the base here and catch them as they start rolling in. See if we can find the base. That's Bravo Strom. Gotcha. Appreciate you for joining us, guys. An excellent fight to you. I think that was you at the end there with the merge. That was crazy merge, man. That, oof. I don't know. I think you may have had that one, because if it wasn't for Handslaw, that yeah, that could have gone either way. I think you had nose on him a couple times there. But yeah, seriously excellent fights to you. You can see them here on their way back because they jump through the cons. Drop through the cons. I'm gonna stop talking here in a little bit, gosh dang. Gosh darn, by and by. Alright, so Handslaw is, let's see how far out. 7 nautical, should be able to see him actually. So let's do this. Should be about here if I'm at the right base. I might not be. That could be also. Being that he's 7 nautical miles, I should be able to see him. Oh, there he goes. Right there. Alright, so we got Handslaw on the way in. I'm going to do that. I'm going to drop the gamma here just a bit. Hopefully not super bright. Snag some shots there as the RTB. And there we go. I appreciate it, because yeah, man, it's just not happening today. It's like, no. I know what I want to say, and I know what I'm going to say, and it ain't the two things I need to say. Yeah, it's just... So anywho, we'll catch Handslaw on the RTB here. As soon as he lands, we'll go ahead and update the store accordingly. Best 2 of 3, so as soon as they land, that will be it for today. And it's Handslaw with the touchdown, solid touchdown there. No problem at all. And that will about wrap it up for this match for today. We'll wait for the other teams to make their way on in. Should be around here somewhere. Take a look at F10. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's already on the way in. Just had touchdown here. That was Dev just touchdown. So, with that being said, just waiting for Valik. Scoot a little bit further back here towards the edge of the runway. Go to what I call the plane spotter view. Somewhere around here. Yep, there he goes. All right, and Valik making the turn in for a long final. We've got the other guys already down here towards the end, if I remember. C-130 there. Oh, there's Dev. Definitely need those gears, yeah. Don't be like this guy. Do a belly landing. Believe it or not, your jet does not appreciate the belly scratches from the runway. Belly rubs are fine, just not with the runway. As Valik makes their way on in, last member for 9G. And touchdown. There we go. A little bit of arrow break in there. Oh, see if he's gonna hold it. Almost a tail strike. I was like, with that thing, you might run out of runway for as long as you can air brake this thing. Yeah, had a little bit of runway left, just a bit. And that is it. So go ahead and update score-wise. Make that 2 with 3 surviving, 3 pilots surviving there. Boom. And 9G will take the win for today. All right. And that will pretty much do it for today. Moving forward, we'll try to do some interviews with the teams afterwards. But